Hey everyone, this is Byron Clark. I've been a recruiter for 5 years, and today I want to walk you through how to create an elevator pitch for job seekers, the basics of what you need to know to feel comfortable speaking in front of a hiring manager or any interviewer. In particular, we're going to focus in on what you're going to respond with when they say, tell me about yourself. The basic idea behind an elevator pitch in a broader sense is you're in an elevator with somebody, you have 30 seconds, what are you going to say to catch their attention enough that they want to learn more when that elevator ride ends? So that's the basic idea, but we're going to narrow it down for that one specific question of tell me about yourself, or what can you tell me about yourself? So this elevator pitch for job seekers is very important. The first reason is it sets the tone for everything else you say. So if you describe yourself as an expert in one thing, it's going to elevate how future things you say are perceived. Whereas if you describe yourself as a generalist or you don't really speak to a certain area that you're strong in, later when you go back to try to talk about that area, talk about your accomplishments in that area, it's not going to sound as strong. So you really want to be specific and pick the most important things to target for the job that you're going in to interview for. Let's go through the 3 basic steps in your elevator pitch. The first step is who are you and what do you do? So the basics of what you've been doing, what your skills are. The second step is why should they care? So you need to give something specific, something interesting, an accomplishment, something that sets you apart from everybody else who's doing what you're doing. So if the first thing you said was I'm an accountant and I've been doing accounting work for X years, okay, what makes you different? What's a unique project? What's something interesting that you've done? The third step is what do you want? Why are you telling them this? So if in the case of interviewing, it's going to be what are you looking for? Why are you interviewing? What's important for you to find in your next position? And it's really crucial for you to have something other than, well, I need a job, or I don't like my current job, or I'm unemployed right now, so I need to find something, or I have bills to pay. None of those are going to be impressive. You need something compelling in terms of why you want this job and what you're targeting in your job search. So again, the steps are, who are you and what do you do? Why should they care? And what do you want? So if I were job searching, here's an example of what my elevator pitch would be. So they might ask, what can you tell me about yourself? And I would say, okay, my name is Byron. I've been working as a recruiter for the last 5 years. Most recently, for the last year, I worked in the New York City tech startup community, and my group was focused on helping growth stage tech companies hire software engineers as they grew and expanded. One of the interesting things we did is we put the first 5 software engineers onto Spotify's team when they first opened an office in New York City. Now they've really ramped up. That was key to them succeeding here in the US. So that was a big accomplishment. Right now in my job search, I'm looking for a fast-growing technology company that I can come in. I'm looking for a company that's really doing a lot of hiring this year that I can help while growing my own career. So I really want to come in and make an impact somewhere, not just maintain the status quo, not just find a place where they're looking for somebody to just keep things running as is. So that would be my example. A couple of things to remember when you do yours. I mentioned this earlier. 1, be specific. You want to sound like a specialist. Don't say you're an accountant. Say you're a tax accountant. Don't say you're a recruiter. Say you're a tech recruiter with startups. One other thing to remember at the end, you want to sound ambitious. You want to sound that when you describe what you're looking for and what you want, step 3, sound like you want a challenge. Sound like you want something that's a little bit of a stretch. Don't sound like you're just looking to hop to the next job that's going to have you doing the same thing. Companies would much rather hear the former rather than the latter. So in terms of your challenge, review the steps above. I'm going to put a helpful link below as well with more detail on each of those 3 steps if you need any more info or if you just need a little bit of guidance as you piece your own elevator pitch together. Then record your own. It's okay if you just use a simple cell phone camera. Don't worry about the video or audio quality. Worry about your message and hitting the 3 points that you want to hit and finishing strong by sounding ambitious. That's really the most important thing. And by doing this, if you practice something and you go into an interview knowing what you're going to say, even if you only hit it like 70% when you're in that interview, let's say you get nervous and you miss a little bit, it's still going to sound twice as good as somebody who is saying it on the fly and doesn't have something prepared. So this is very worthwhile. It's going to help you feel more confident speaking, and it's going to help you land a job. Okay, that's it. Check out the links below and go ahead and create your own video and then post it up when you're done.